All right, here we go. Time to try and finish Talos Principle 2. As you can see in the progress thing, I've made some progress. There's 4 areas, right? North, south, east, west. I think you do like west, then north and south, or east, then north and south and west. I have done east and north and south, and I haven't done west yet. So let's see what that looks like. What's that? No, go away. I'm trying to get up my comments and all that stuff so I can actually see what people are saying. Doesn't look like this is actually showing up yet. Well, there we go. Alright, let me get in here. Okay, so where am I? It's been a little while. Am I in West? Solve puzzle 0 of 8, it looks like it. Let's see what Buddy here has to say.
What can I do for you, 1K?
That's my name, 1K. Do you think the goal is a myth? What are your thoughts on the theory of everything? Everything, everywhere, all at once.
And I think it should be left to experts.
I'm an expert.
As a journalist, I think the line between speculation and disinformation is too thin for me to engage in guessing games.
Oh, if that were the case in today's society, huh?
I believe that journalism serves an important function in our society, and I'm dedicated to reporting the truth with accountability and responsibility.
We could use you, buddy. Now, this is one of the things, I don't know if you've ever seen this game, but one of the things that's the deal with it is it's all about kind of asking deep philosophical conversations about the meaning of the world and existence and things, right? So what does responsibility mean in the context of journalism?
It means understanding that I can't just publish things without considering their impact.
Ah, is that true?
Serious disruptions to the social fabric of New Jerusalem could endanger lives. That's not journalism anymore.
So that's an interesting point. We see that a lot in today's society where journalists are publishing things that are very curated, right? And they want to really have some sort of an impact on the political or economic landscape, or they don't publish things because they don't feel people can handle it or whatever, which is basically what he was just saying, right? I need to consider the impact of what I'm going to publish before I publish it, right? In the society that's in this game, there's only 1,000 robots, right? So you could make the case that if you posted something that was, problematic, you could largely decimate society, potentially, depending on what the content was. In our society, I feel like you're going to have a lot less of an impact, especially with there being so much disinformation and everything else out there, that it's hard to keep up with, and most people don't know it's true, it's not. And even all of the reputable, we'll say, news sources are still very biased just based on what they choose to report on or not, oftentimes. Now, what does that have to do with this puzzle game in and of itself? Nothing exactly. I'm really here for the puzzles. So let's see what we get here. Should we just go to puzzle 1? Let's go to puzzle 1. It's interesting that... What's this off to the left? Is this already one of the... Is this puzzle 1? I guess so. For some reason, I feel like this thing here was pointing at 1, like, being that way. Which I guess technically it was for about 2 feet. Alright. Let's check it out this direction. Puzzle 1. Servitor. Not sure exactly what that word means. Let's see. Red laser. What the heck is that thing? I haven't seen one of those things before. It's following this path on the ground. If I stand here, it's gonna... Can I get it to move into that other room or something? So I guess the first thing I have to do is move this thing, keep it going so that guy has some juice. I'll stand on here and then maybe it will continue shove me off. Do I have to put something on there? And I guess the main thing, maybe the purpose is just so I can put this platform that I can jump on and then go where I need to go, so I can come in. Oh, jeez. I don't hit the button, so grab this thing. Come back across. Now I've got another thing. I'm not sure exactly what this is going to do for me. Is there a red thing I can shoot through here? No. And how am I going to get that to turn blue? Maybe this is one of those cases. If I put that there, that's the source. Where's the... This thing goes on here, and then I can put it up top. Now this guy's basically got a self-propelling... No, I guess it doesn't... He's got to hit the side of it. Doing the top thing isn't actually working for him, huh? And if I were to... He counts as actually being on there, huh? Alright, so if I let him move back to there and... It's interesting that it counts as pressing the plate. Even though it's not actually on the plate, but I can do that. I don't think he needs to be there. So I've got two of these things now. Alright. Blue thing in there. Blue source over there. So, hold on a second. I've got to disconnect my phone from that Bluetooth speaker. Hopefully you couldn't hear that in the background. It might have sounded echoey. Alright, so this... We'll go up here. It's going to have to get closer. So this is interesting, right? Because now I'm going to need to get this guy to keep moving, maybe, for a minute. Which is going to close that. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Maybe I can do it through here. Get him far enough that he can get the laser going there. Stop it. And now I need to get that connected to here. What do I... Oh, I hit the wrong thing. A little bit off. Keep hitting the... Hit that thing. Alright, here we go. Number 1. The graphics in this game are pretty amazing. Alright, so
I know you're all thinking about the goal.
No, I wasn't.
And the theory of everything.
Wasn't.
Is the past what we thought it was? Is the future what we want it to be? But the only thing that's real, at the end of the day, is the present.
I mean, I guess I could
right
agree with
now, what matters is that our friend is lost and needs our help.
What matters is that there's puzzles to solve. He can wait. 2 is this way, but I see... that's the big thing for whatever. Alright. Number 2. Let's check out number 2. Yeah, there's a lot of different ways you can go about this, right? You can get distracted by shiny objects, but I think I'm going to try and solve the 8 puzzles and then start looking for the shiny objects. Supportive apparatus. Red laser, red receptacle, another red receptacle back there. It's going to have to be accessed not through this thing. Although maybe I'm going to end up having to come around. Yeah. There's another one of those little platforms. So now there's a platform with a box. This red receptacle is the end. So that's, I don't have to worry about that for a while. What do I need to do? So I need to take you and put you in here so I can get to the next section. Another red receptacle that I'll need to get the guy out of there. And here's another one of these things, and I'm not sure... Is this red thing gonna open this door? No, there's the receptacle there, okay. So I'll need to put a laser or reflector. What the hell are these things called? Refractor. Connector. I need to put a connector on that thing after I bring it out. And so what I'm probably gonna have to do to start with. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. Doing it really fast isn't gonna work. Let's see, like, I'll get that open, but that's not gonna be good enough. No, okay. See, this is the kind of thing I need to think about for a second. Is there any other way? No. Not through there. Anything else in here I can do? There's really no way for me to get the connector in here. Just connect everything and see what happens. The only thing I can hit is the thing to open that. What am I missing? Let me just double check and make sure there's like no device I'm missing around in a corner or something. Probably not. That's the whole point of these games, right? They always make it seem like you don't have enough stuff to do what you've got to do. And all I have right now is one connector and a plate. Now, if I could get that connector, things would be really easy. What am I missing? Is there any angle I can get that thing? Just long enough to get it out from here. Not sure how far it's going to need to go. But what I can do now is a couple things. I can come in here and get the box. Alright, now is this box going to be needed for lasering? That one to open that door. Or is it's probably going to be used on this, right? The problem is... Oh, I actually did that just right. So I can get this connector now. And with this connector... I think it's going to have to be at the end here, going over that wall into that one, right? Connect that one to this one. Let's see if this got a little bit more motion. Oops. Now I think the box is going to need to be on there to get it high enough. So what I'm going to do is point this at that, put this here. Turn this off for a second. Redo that. One thing I never really do, but I should, is hold that keep the connections button down. I guess I can't. I'm pretty sure if I put this on the box and then lift the box up, it falls, yeah. That wasn't right. Let's stop doing that. Oh, wait a minute. I think I have to put out another connector on another box on the other side. On top of this box. So let's grab this one. I feel like this is going to be an exercise in frustration. Yeah. Because it's going to be one of those things like where I'm going to solve it. No, not at all. That can't be the case. This is so close. I think letting it go all the way to the end is good enough. Be interesting if this thing it won't let's let it go a little further. Same thing, huh? Is there a ledge or something I could get on to put the thing on top of the box? Probably not, but I need to consider it, I guess. I had to jump where it acted like it said I was going to jump. I don't want to jump over, I want to jump on that. No, it's going to be too stupid. I'll be kind of cheesing it a little bit if I do that one. Do you think I could just go through here? Have I made things a lot harder on myself? And there's just obviously a very simple answer. Maybe? No, because this is... Although maybe through here. No. Yeah, it's not that simple. What am I missing? What are the interactions like between this thing here? Kind of an exploration mode at the moment. Hold it, no, I'm not holding the box. I can't put the... Geez, you're gonna confuse the dickens out of me. Can I jump and put this under me? I don't think I can. Really seems like the answer is to put the laser up on this box, and I just can't get it up there. What am I missing? Am I following a red herring? Do I not have to put the laser on the box? I can find no angle where this thing's high enough. Putting it on the box really seems like it should work. Or is there a clever way to go through here? So let's say I have the box. Just out of curiosity. So that's a black line. What if it's closer? What if it's right up against the edge? Is that going over? Looks like it might be. But when they're connecting, doesn't it show it as a white line? Yeah. So that's getting stopped. It's probably the highest point. It looks to me like that's going over, but the game doesn't think so. Is there a way I can use the box to jump up on, like, this ledge? I'm gonna jump over there. Hopefully there's a ladder, but... I probably made this too high. What am I missing? And the solutions are always something really, I won't say obvious, but simple at the end, usually. Let me make sure there's no way you could get around. We've established that lasers on boxes are not high enough to go over. Which means that coming through here, if I had a laser over the gate there, there's no way you would need one to get in there. There would need to be some kind of a laser in here. I don't see anywhere I could jump on to go high to put the box and the thing on there. And there's that, but I don't think that's what they're looking for. Because I may need to come back to this one. The second puzzle already? It's a bad sign. Work on solving a puzzle for more than 20 minutes. I'm persistent. It's kind of embarrassing. It's not the kind of solution you actually, or award you want to have. If it requires some sort of crazy parkouring to get up, that's just going to be stupid. Is it? Or can I jump and get up on there? As much as I said that would be stupid, I'd still do it if it worked. Jump. Can't set this thing down. Anything I would want to do right here, I can't do. This thing right here? I doubt it, but you know, never know. Can I get on this fence for a split second? Would I be close enough to put the laser on the box if I did that? Maybe. Guess there's no reason not to try it. I feel like if this wins, I feel like I've cheesed the solution a little bit. I have to feel like jumping on that bit of gate wasn't the way they wanted you to do it. Oh no, I did all that and I didn't have that thing connected to the right thing. I just have to bring it back and redo it. If I have trouble getting out of here, I'm going to be upset. Almost there. Almost there. All right, well, like I said, I'm not convinced that I did that the way you're supposed to do it. I may have to look up the solution to that and see if I cheesed that or if I actually did it the way it was supposed to be done. The other thing to consider maybe this gate seems like it's a little too high, but this seems like it might be the kind of puzzle you could jailbreak some pieces from. Got to keep that in mind if I feel like I need to do that for a puzzle later. Alright, going on to section 3 here. I think it's right behind me, yeah. Where's the actual... There's the sign. Automatic doors. It's kind of a terrifying statement from this game. Red receptacle, blue receptacle to get into there. One of those little things. This is one of those red-blue inverters. Connector, and I don't, what do you call these little floating table things? I don't know. So if I do this, if I go through the blue, I can convert it to red. Now I really have the ability to do blue or red. I've never actually tried blue on one of these things. Does any color work? I guess maybe the color top is what the color is that you're going to need to have, right? Before I do this, though, let me get this out of the path. So, automatic doors. Is that going to make it over the gate? For long enough? I guess it is. Oh, but I need to have this blue one open here, huh? Therein lies the problem. This seemed way too easy. And that's why. This might end up being one of those ones where this thing is going to be hooked up to two different, like, color sources at the same time. See, it's doing the red one over there, and now once it gets to where it can't do that, and it's giving me the blue one, I can get through here. And then once it comes back, so I think this is the automatic door thing. Now it should get the red for me. I can go in here and solve it. Alright, that one was, for me, much easier than the last one. Good work. Keep going. But that was the most encouraging thing I've ever heard. Let's see what
hey, can
764.
we talk for a second?
Sure, of course.
I'm still struggling. I was really hoping we'd find Miranda alive.
We haven't given up yet.
Her way of seeing the world was so inspiring. And the idea that I can never get to know her, that she's gone.
She's not gone. We don't know that.
I guess I've never really been good at
Or
dealing
do
with
we?
death.
It's been a little while since I've played. Did we know that
because
she
it's
died?
so rare in New Jerusalem.
She was like the
Except for
founder of New
pets,
Jerusalem.
and even in that case, I find it very hard to deal with.
Cats. All these robots
I
have
still
cats.
miss my first cat, and it's been over a century since she died. When someone dies, it's this void.
I know my character
I know
hasn't
I
dealt
should
with
just let
death.
it go, but some part of me refuses. And I feel like that part, it hurts me, but it also keeps me human.
The fact
And
that
I
these
know-
robots call each other
I
like
know
themselves
it would be
human is
healthier
hysterical.
if I said, okay, Miranda is someone I never met. She's just a bunch of glitchy old files.
That she was.
But if I do that, as rational as it seems, it feels like I'm surrendering something. Something that matters.
See, this is an interesting kind of a philosophical thing, right? Do you let go of the pain, still care about the person? You have to let go, you're still alive. I don't think you have to do anything. So I'm going to go for the top two. Do you use the pain as a foundation or let go but still care? I think the pain is motivating.
Interesting. I hadn't thought of pain as something you can use. If I can take the pain and use it to create something or to do something, maybe that's a way of not surrendering to death. Thanks, 1K. I'm
You're
really
welcome,
going to
man.
think about that.
You should. I'm glad I could help. Is there something I wanted to ask you about, or is it
Of
like
course.
that's it?
Go ahead.
Jeez, there's a lot of things to ask him about. Mayor Hermanubis?
I think he's done his best.
He's
I
a
don't
loser.
disrespect
I do.
him, but I'm not sure he's leading us down the right
He's
path.
not. He's a moron.
Despite everything that's gone wrong here, I'm not sure we should just reject what the megastructure has to
I agree.
offer.
Who's Bruce? Is Bruce's cat?
I hear he escaped Pellegrino and peed all over Melville's
I'm sure
workshop.
hoping so.
So apparently, he's doing great.
Because if he's not a
I
cat,
miss
then
him.
that's pretty gross.
I always feel like the fact that he likes me is a huge compliment. Lifts me up somehow.
You need to take all the help you can get. Do you ever think about your future?
On the one hand, there's so much we could do with the theory of everything. So many lives I could live. I have enough ideas for the next, I don't know, 20,000 years.
Well, if you're
easily.
like an eternal
And
robot, 20,000
that's
years
just
isn't
from
a whole
5
lot.
minutes of thinking about it.
Yeah.
On the other hand,
But he's not a
Miranda's
robot, he's
gone.
human.
So much hope, so much grief. I don't know how to balance that.
With humans, they talk about grief going away over time. You think that happens if you're a robot with a
Honestly,
consciousness?
I'm not sure how I couldn't see it more clearly before. It doesn't match anything Alexander Drennan believed in, and continuing Drennan's legacy was Athena's whole point.
So, Alexandra Drennan is the human, actual human, that created all of the robots when she knew that the world was going to end and the robots could keep alive. Miranda was who you played, a robot, in the first game, who develops a consciousness and, like, you know, you solve the puzzles, you save the world, and now you've gone and built this new society. Tell me something irrelevant.
In the ancient year 1969, a band called Mellow Macaron wrote a psychedelic rock song about the Talos Principle.
Is this true?
It's called Cretan Bronze Man's Flying Mystery Adventure.
So I'm taking a screenshot of this so I can look it up.
I don't know if it's nice, but it's definitely the most understandable song on the album.
If this is a real album,
There's
I'm definitely
another
have to check
one which
that
is
out.
called The Fish People Will Teach You How to Sing, Mr. Allen, which is 20 minutes long and was recorded underwater. I think you need psychedelics to enjoy it, really. Maybe if you stick
I do
your head
find that
inside
there's a
really
lot of
large
songs that
magnet.
people say you need psychedelics for to enjoy, that I enjoy without them.
Nope. But at least I finally understand why Athena wanted to get out of the simulation so badly.
That is all. All right, let's go solve some puzzles, man. Where's puzzle number 4? It's this way? It says it's this way. Now, I've hit a Y, and it doesn't. I'm going to keep going this way. It looks like there's stuff over here. This is one of those weird Miranda simulations.
You know, when I decided that we
Athena,
should
rather.
call ourselves human, I did that because it seemed like a powerful symbol of our continuity. But the truth is, and I'm ashamed to admit this, I thought we were better than them. I thought we understood the value of civilization, and we wouldn't repeat the same mistakes. But the simulation worked too well.
We're not just like them. We are them.
We really are.
But that doesn't have to be a bad thing, Athena. We may have the same flaws, but we also have all the potential they did. Everything that Alexandra Drennan saw in them is also in us.
So the whole thing started with we destroyed ourselves.
I really do.
And they wanted to create this new society where you wouldn't destroy yourself. But if we're just like them, or they're just like us, then aren't they going to destroy themselves? Maybe he said there's potential not to.
I wanted to ask you something. From your perspective, as someone who's still new to our society, do you think New Jerusalem betrayed Athena?
These two over here are kind of similar. This is more direct to the point.
But she was more than a leader.
Was she?
She wasn't a politician like her.
That doesn't mean she wasn't a leader.
She gave everything she had for us.
That's what leaders are supposed to do. I didn't actually have any questions. Mayor Hermanibus.
He's tried to protect us from our own worst impulses.
He's
I understand that.
Tool. Everybody knows it.
His concerns, but he's gone about it the wrong way.
That's right, 142. Cornelius was kidnapped.
I suspect he's around here somewhere, biding his time.
Wasn't he the one?
He's waiting for? Not a clue.
Maybe he wasn't kidnapped. Maybe something happened to him.
Yes, of course it is. Because our ancestors were so full of themselves, they killed tens of thousands of species, including their own. Go have a look at the dead city sometime. It's not far from New Jerusalem.
I don't know what that is.
That'll tell you everything you need to know.
Will it? Will it?
I don't know. If the future I dreamt of is too dangerous, then I need to find a way of being satisfied with what we have.
Well, that was an uninspiring conversation. 4. Surfing. Okay, I think that means we're going to be riding on this thing. We have a box behind the blue connector. Another blue receptacle. A red thing. And a blue source here. What is this going to do? That's going to open up that thing here. We need to get a fan. That didn't do what I thought it was going to do. Didn't think so. Do I see any red? So this is kind of interesting. There's a red laser here. And there doesn't seem to be any red in the puzzle. Maybe there's a red, that's green. It's always green going onto those towers, I think. Ooh. Sometimes there's a place you can connect these suckers on the outside for an external puzzle. You know, I talked about not getting distracted by shiny objects, and here I am. Usually the places you can connect them are on high things. Including sometimes even areas on that building. Why is there a red thing there? Oh, wait a minute. Jeez, I'm so stupid. Move this red thing over. Forgot that this thing ran on red. I think I need him right around there. Alright. you some blue. Open up this one. That'll allow me to get this. What is that doing? Interesting. Even in the box you can't do that, huh? So that's as far as that thing can go, huh? If needed. For starters, do I just need to like jump over a wall or something? Doesn't seem like it. So I can make this thing go back and forth. Some of the time it's going to have a connection to the blue. Well, I only have one, right? If it's on there, it's going to have to be connected to the blue. How do I... What good is the box doing? Anything? These puzzles are a whole nother level of complicated. I guess I can do this, maybe. I'll have to put it on one of these. Should give me access to the fan. And another connector. Which is nice. What's the fan gonna do? Fan's one of those things I can put the box on here, right? This is one of those situations I don't know how to... Can I, do like this where I connect this, maybe that, I don't know. Put it there. Can I put this thing on there when the thing's there? Yeah, okay, nice. So it's opened up the thing, but I should just be able to do this and this to open this up, go through and solve it. Alright. That was a medium difficulty, I'll call it. I'm still fascinated about problem number 2.
What impact do you think the megastructure will have on the future of this island?
It depends on what we do with it. Miranda used it to spread life, to make things better. We can do the same.
You sure she did?
And yet, poor Miranda lost her own life doing so.
I don't think she's dead.
She just made a mistake. She couldn't wait to show everyone what they discovered. We can be more careful.
This is another one of those puzzles that I feel like I can get a blue light or a red light way up high so that I could connect with things outside of the map for one of those external puzzles. At the bunker. Looks like a bunker. Shiny objects. I'm just gonna do puzzles 1 through 8, and then I'll do other stuff. I know myself better than that. It's like a gravitational theory of general relativity. From Alexandra Drennan. So this is interesting. It makes it seem like Alexandra Drennan was not the one who wanted to create these humans. It was... Oh, to Alexandra. That was from... To somebody to Alexandra, okay. The future looks beautiful. No more humans murdering everything. I mean, if there's nobody there to observe it, is it really happening? Is it really beautiful? After a few decades, they'll be full of fish again. The Earth lives on as it was meant to, with bats living in skyscrapers. Clearly, that's how evolution was planned, or just happened, right? Bats and skyscrapers. We continue our... You know, when you're one of the people who has a point of view, and it's a interesting kind of conversation, but let's say you think we're going to destroy ourselves, the human race, all these creatures, whatever, and everything goes extinct. And you believe in evolution, then let's say it's 10,000 or 10 million or 10 billion years before things kind of get to the point where it all happens again. Like, it doesn't matter, right? Nothing's going to happen in the meantime. Like, there's nobody to observe that it took that long. The first time I played the game, there were all these codes, and I used to decode them. I'm going to do that this time. Intelligence was a mistake? No, I don't think so. Yeah, I'm with Miranda and Athena on this one. From the complete work of Stratton of Stragira. I think he was that guy that he's like the poet robot. I have no idea what he's talking about. Alright, that was a bunch of weird stuff. Let's see, anything else to do in here? Okay, another one. What is these things? Oh, it's kind of cool looking. I wonder if that's a thing for the future. I'll have to be aware of. Chernevsky? From Arkady Chernyshevsky's In Our Likeness. Essays on humankind reaching adulthood. War is the crudest, most obscene human activity. It may be justly called an abomination, for it is the absolute negation of conscious human will. There is only a single cause of war. Now, in and of itself, I don't agree with that statement, but let's see what he says. Maybe I'll agree with how he got there. or all the endless deceptions that are foisted upon us, and that is the acquisition of resources. I don't think I agree with that. Varied ideologies are constructed to justify this crude behavior, this childish degeneration of thought and communication, but history reveals the ruthless, unflattering truth. So I think you could definitely say that a lot of wars are caused because of desire for acquisition of resources. And he makes it sound like there's times where it may not seem like it's about the acquisition of resources, but it actually is, in that the other things are a deception to cover it up, right? So Crusaders, it's funny, I hadn't read that next sentence, but that's what I was going to say, right? It's a religious war, but they're probably going to say it was really a fight about the, Holy Land being the resource or something, right? The Fourth Crusade culminated not in the conquest of Jerusalem, but in the looting of Constantinople. Well, just because it resulted in that doesn't mean that was the cause, right? Setting the stage for the triumph of the very enemy of the Crusaders claimed to pose. Why? The answer, as with war, every war is the same. It is popular amongst the ghouls of the establishment and their misanthropic friends in the intelligentsia. Anybody who uses words like this is a douchebag. Popular amongst the ghouls of the establishment and their misanthropic friends in the intelligentsia to ascribe the persistence of war to human nature. But a careful observation of the facts reveals the opposite to be true. Individual human beings must be broken in order to submit to war, their minds distorted by ideology and their bodies by poverty and ruthless training to make them compliant. I almost agree. I see the point that they're saying, but I don't think that's always the case. You might say that that's the case for individual human beings that might ultimately start wars, but I don't think that's necessarily true for anybody who might get pulled into one. Without force, the majority of human beings, majority, seek only to protect themselves and are traumatized by the act of killing. But there's a lot that's not the case, right? So I don't think you can just make these kind of grand statements. If it is resources that are the core cause of war, then it is only in the production and distribution of resources that an answer may be found. It is not enough to morally condemn war. We must work to prevent the material issues that endanger us all. There's some nuggets of truth in this whole point that he's trying to make. I don't think if there were unlimited distribution of resources that would stop wars from happening, but it would probably stop a lot of the wars from happening. And a lot of times, I've seen discussions, and you may agree with them or not, but it's interesting to think about, where you think about terrorism in the Middle East and how a lot of that stems from people feeling oppressed. You kind of are getting into the resources thing here, right? I have a terrible life. I'm eating, rice that's given to me by the government and nothing else because, the great Satan is, causing destruction across the world with their imperialistic, policies and whatever, right? But then if you actually remove the tyranny of those governments, the people may get home from their jobs, because they'll get jobs if you kind of exchange, say if you put some sort of a capitalistic society in Iran or something, and you got rid of the despotic rulers, there would still probably be a lot of people that hate the great Satan because they were raised that way, and they would get home from work and they would read the newspaper and they would say the great Satan is the worst thing on the world, and then instead of going and blowing everybody up, they would just go to bed and go to work the next day. Probably not true for everybody, right? Which is why I said I don't know that I fully agree that you could make grand statements that it's true for everybody. But I think that it's definitely, I'll agree with some of it. The general point is true, I would say, for 90% of the time. But there's still some exceptions. I don't think when he says at the very beginning, there's only one source and everything else that says otherwise is a deception. I disagree with that. From Gouda. Dear Founder, I'm afraid we're losing our humanity. We're angry at each other, always disagreeing about everything. Unable to forgive each other for being different. Sounds familiar. I don't know how much longer, and I don't know what could save us. Please help us, Founder, please. So I think this was a case where... Is Athena the Founder? I thought Miranda was. Noma Progress, that was the thing that was... created all of this, I think. I don't know. I'm not going to go through and translate that. I can never remember if there's anything else to do in these areas. Didn't seem like there was up top. Down below it was just the stairway, that little thing in the back. Alright, what is that? Is it underwater? Some sort of a structure? How did I get underwater? And more importantly, why am I not dying? This is weird. I'm clearly underwater. There's 2 doors out. I think I came in this one. Let's see what's in this door. Wait. Is this the one I did already? No, this is a new one. Okay. Beloved founder, I know that I do not believe any of the lies the expedition is spreading about you. Is this Prometheus illusion is just... So these are newer things. We will resist temptation as you once did. We will not disappoint. Praise your name, Thecla. Athena novel retained the title for its first 3 printings. Now highly sought after. After a lull in popularity, it was reprinted as Athena Reborn, a novel. Author's poetry, next edition, published long after the author's death. Under the rather embarrassing title Athena's Truth, included several severe cuts and drastic changes to the text. In the interest of updating it for modern audiences, it sounds like the Message Bible, right? This particularly affected the last chapter, Anthropogeny, which the editors accused of scientism and human supremacy. Science wunderkind Alexander Drennan was one of the few to come to the novel's defense, writing in a long essay that the novel's clear-eyed belief in the value of Athena's journey towards humanity had been essential to shaping her own views, encouraging her to pursue science as a vocation rather than a career, and that changing the text constituted an attack on the author's unique artistic and philosophical vision. Probably some truth to that without knowing what it is. Alex hurt you. Who hurt you? LMAO, one of the editors commented. See, this is kind of hysterical that they're making the sentence with this LMAO from like an editor comment on social media would be a horrible thing if you actually had editors like doing social media of their commentary towards authors or things that people say. Well, okay, no, this was not okay. They probably would, right? But the LMAO really makes it sound like it's somebody juvenile, which is not surprising. Although these days, you never can tell. In the current context of ecological catastrophe, as evidenced by the recent extinction of the orangutan, clumsy editing aside, do the critics of the novel perhaps have a point after all? Is a philosophy that places humans above nature and sees science and technology as the only valid tools, the cause of all our troubles. What about other ways of knowing, other ways of living? Okay, it's kind of interesting. Not the most interesting I've seen from the game, but not so bad. Alright. Why is it still wet? Is it like going to be wet up top too? Oh, that was really weird. Huh. Alright, well, I think I came from over here. Huh. To Green Angel Tower. Is this one of the find my sprite and follow it until... So this is one of those, we just got to keep an eye out as we're moving around for a little blue sparkly star thing. I'm going to go talk to Bob. 5 is this way, I guess. We'll talk to Bob. Hermanibus? Wasn't he the mayor that everybody hated?
What can I do for you, 1K?
They surely made him sound like that. Would the theory of everything be used safely? He'll say no.
Let's assume for a moment that we could use it safely.
They give him such a douchebag
which
voice.
I doubt. Does that mean that we should? Is it right for us to dominate the world? we value our own freedom, should we not also value the freedom of all the living things with which we share this planet?
No. About the founder.
Not now. Let's have this conversation at another time. You still have a lot to do. Better get to it.
Well, I still had other things to talk to you about, buddy.
What can I do for you, 1K?
Yeah, so here's the douchey
My
mayor.
chief aide, Jeremy, is in charge for now. It's good practice for him, in case he decides to run for office one day. Cornelius is responsible for many innovations. He helped
that's who
create
that
the
is. He was the
designs for the
the
upgraded body you inhabit.
inventor.
Although the founder chose to remain in her original configuration. But in recent years, he had settled into a life of quiet scholarship. Or so it seemed.
Oh. He played the old bait and switch. Okay,
It's
let's get to
always a
puzzle
pleasure
number
to speak to a
5.
citizen.
This guy, he's such a douche. Where's number 5? Oh, one of these things. Oh, jeez, do I even want to do this? It's always kind of a beatdown. Letter to Athena, somebody who never resented you, mythology, left in the cult of personality, even wilder. Actually, so I've come to the conclusion I was a jerk to you. Okay. Atlas variations. A billion years, Atlas is old, holding up the world, face the dilemma, Hercules garden, Zeus free Atlas. If Atlas helped Heracles slay the dragon. Couldn't slay the beast, stole the apple, dimmed the Lord of the cosmos, another billion years. So he sacrificed himself. That's good. Soul of man, sympathy with pain. All right. Never tell when it says from the soul of man. Is that a real thing? Sympathy with pain does not really diminish the amount of pain. That's true. May make man better able to endure evil, but the evil remains. Sympathy with consumption does not cure consumption. That's what science does. Okay, they've made a strange stretch there. Christ made no attempt to reconstruct society. And consequently, the individualism he preached to man could be realized only through pain or in solitude. I'm not sure I agree with that. The ideals that we owe to Christ are the ideals of the man who abandoned society entirely. There's some separation for a little while for training purposes, but generally, I don't think abandonment of society is necessary. Shallow speakers and shallow thinkers in pulpits and on platforms often talk about the world's worship of pleasure and whine against it. True. But it is rarely in the world's history that it is ideal has been one of joy and beauty. The entire people's society can be built on the ideals of joy and beauty. They think you're a utopian fantasist. If you tell them society will always be built on exploitation and greed, they think you're wise. So they make the outcome inevitable. Cynicism. It's an interesting kind of discussion. I think we usually end up probably starting off with utopian fantasies, and it ends up leading to exploitation and greed eventually. Alright, where's puzzle number 4? I did 4. I'm going for... Did I do 4? I'm done talking to robots for a little while. Where's number 4? I did number 4. I'm going to 5. I'm not talking to you, Alcatraz. It's puzzle time. Puzzle is called Nuisance. That's a bad sign. Every puzzle in this game is a nuisance. Okay, so we have a red. That's where we're going to end up. Red laser source, connector. Let's get it going here. I'll even point that there so I have it. Because I know it'll need to move. Got another connector over here. I don't know if I'm going to need to do this, but I'm just going to throw it on there because it seems like I might need to. Alright. What in the world? This is like one of those... I have to get a red laser in here to turn the fan off. What the heck's going on here? This is a very strange puzzle. I'm really at a loss a little bit. So I think all of that needs to happen. It's just a matter of taking you, pointing you at, no, pointing you there and pointing you at that puzzle and setting you up, and then let's see what happens when you get the, did the laser get there? Or did it get like perfectly blocked? Come on back, come on back. So it did start going, so I'm gonna have to stop it. I'll stop it on the right spot. No, it's not even close. Screw that up. Key, I think I'm going to need to get it in the right spot and then step in front of the laser, follow the laser back, and then disconnect it. This is going to suck. And it's in just the right... Maybe I don't have to do it that way, but that's how I think I'm going to. I mean, why would I need it on there in the first place? I don't know that I do. Still wrong. Let's just do it like this. Yeah. It's a tight squeeze, man. Be right about there. So this opens this up, but it turns the fan off. I can't take the fan. So I'm gonna need to have this happen where I can get in, then it closes and the fan comes back on. So I feel like this was kind of the right idea. I just don't understand, I don't think this was going to last long enough to get me through. How can I configure this? That this thing is going to be there long enough that it will stay there and open the thing, but then still move somehow. And therein lies the entire puzzle, I think. I mean, if it were there, but I blocked it. No. I can't block it from this side. I can't mess with anything there. I can't mess with the fan. Ultimately, this thing's gonna blow me over. Let me just see where I end up. It should blow me over into here, right? Yeah, over there. This is kind of fascinating. Boy, do these guys do a good job making puzzles that use just a few things, but really get your brain working. I can't get a laser into here, right? Hopefully it's nothing stupid like that, like I need to be standing in the box and drop the laser. I don't think that's the case. It's such a short window. So it's open right now. If I run, can I get there in time? Before it goes out? Oh, ah. I think that could be it, actually. I have to just block it and then make a run for it. It's the closest thing I got so far. No, I don't want to stop that. I wish this thing didn't go so far. This time it shoved me. How was I able to do it that one time? Maybe it's I got an idea. Maybe I have to do it the opposite way of what I was just trying. So instead of having it not too far. So I was trying to get it to stop like right. Well, I don't know why it's so brutal to try and get it to stop that connection. So if I stop it, there's no laser, and I run in. Jeez, I don't know why that's so hard. Let me guess I missed it again. Yeah, shite. I'm kind of getting sick of this puzzle. Especially since what I'm trying to do is probably the right solution anyway. That time I feel like I'm not even close to the laser. How am I doing here? A little bit off. Maybe if I like step to the side a little bit, and as it moves into me. Well, this looks like it could be good. Could be good. I don't know. Can't see it. Yeah. Can I get there fast enough? Here we go. I'm almost sure the answer is no, but there's no way I can make it stop from anywhere closer, right? Such a small window. Maybe I need to... Do the lasers take the same amount of time? Maybe I can block the laser going the other way. That doesn't make sense, actually, but... I'm not missing any other device, right? Wouldn't be the first time I was missing something. The first thing I'm going to do is get this from being in a stupid orientation. Just gotta go right down the white line, so I'll be able to do it. Oh, jeez. Alright, I guess I need the actual laser source, huh? Alright, this should make it easier for me to try and make things stop. This game usually doesn't have like super critically timed things like that. So I'm thinking I'm trying to do something wrong here. It's not going to stop me from trying like another 3 times, but because really the truth is at the moment, I got nothing. The laser's on the ground and keeps it open. Can that thing knock it off? Maybe that's what I gotta do. Maybe I can put it on the ground here. But that's that doesn't knock it off, it just bounces back and forth, huh? But I felt like that was a good idea. Maybe this is it. The laser will stop the other one. Just gotta wait for it to go past. This should be it. Got it. Yeah, see, it wasn't a timing thing. It was just not being stupid. Alright, on to number 6. That's such a pretty game. Sometimes you just gotta stop and look around. Maybe take a quick little round look, make sure there's no spark. Probably end up having to run the shore anyway for some green angel tower thing like that guy. Let's see what these people have to say.
Father, what is my purpose?
Well, Miranda's the girl, Athena's the mom.
Do I have a purpose?
I'm so dumb.
Mother says purpose is something we choose, but I feel like there's something there.
Purpose is something you choose?
From the
That
moment I was born.
seems
Maybe even
contradictory.
Well, there are many ways of looking at this, and everyone's experience is different, so you'll have to make up your own mind. But I have a little theory, if you'd like to humor your old man.
Of course. What is it?
The universe is eternal, but it's always lost in a deep, dreamless sleep. You are a tiny little bit of the universe that's suddenly woken up, and you've realized that being awake is better than being asleep. And that gives you a purpose.
And what is my purpose?
To be, Miranda. Just to be.
That one was a little weak. Puzzle 6. Elements. It's a strange one. We haven't seen this thing cross a wall yet. There's a connector in here, a red source. Ah, our first blue thing. Are these guys going to be duking it out? Like, what happens when they, like, is it whoever gets here first? How does this, that'll be interesting to see how they interact. It's like you're going to be building a circuit or something. Alright, so what does this thing do? Oh, so that's the fan. Can you blow? Oh, hey! That's the blue spark. So if I do that, then I'm going to have to go chasing it back to Green Angel Tower. Let's do it. Oh, but it's even higher than I can get to right now, huh? Can you, well, this brings up an interesting point. Can I actually, like, do those guys blow up in the air? I don't know where he's going to go. Is he going to make that right-hand turn? Or is he going to go over into the red section? Oh, he's doing that. Now what happens? We'll jump on this thing. See if it gets blown up in the air. Did I get it? Yeah, here we go. Hopefully it doesn't do like stupid stuff that makes me like run around in crazy ways. It's kind of following the road pretty nicely. Some of the other ones have been really complicated to follow. But it's not over yet. I just hope it doesn't send me like halfway across the map. So I'll have to go back and find where number 6 was. I was on 6. Oh no. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. I gotta go back and find where I can get on the railroad track, apparently. Looks like over here. Yeah. I was hoping it would just make me land there, but... Oh, the thing's still there, right? I hope the music stopping doesn't mean it went back to where it was. Oh, there it is. Ooh, hey. It's like a weird isometric view. Oh, I like those mountains in the background. I didn't see those before. Okay. I'm staying up here in case he comes back up again. As long as he keeps spiring around this thing. Oh, I wonder if he's going to be heading to that angel tower off on the right there. It's a bit of a... I bet he is. Can I make it? Ah, no. No, it's worth a shot. Where'd he go? Oh, here we go. Okay, there we go. Now we'll shoot down the thing. Right? Yeah. Alright.
Great works have been accomplished by those who believed in humankind. But greater things than these may yet be accomplished by those who uphold the faith.
And what faith is that? I came back this way, right? Number 6. This is not number 6. It's 5. I left 5 and went this way. It's over here. There's the flashing 6. I think this is shallow enough. Okay. Now I wonder if this is actually related to solving the puzzle. I'll bet it is. Is there a blue thing to hit over there? Yeah. I'll have to have a connector on there that... I'll need another connector, right? You can't have connectors doing themselves. Oh, this is interesting. Can the red lift it up even further? Is this really only a one connector problem? Man, I'm gonna have to... Oh, no, there's another one. But it's in there. So it can't come out. I assume if I do something like that. Like if I had a connector on here and did this, that the connector would fall on the purple, right? Yeah, that's it. Well, let's see what happens here if the red goes under the blue. Does it, like, get stuck and push it up also? I'm really not sure how what happens when I turn the switch off. Do I need that extra height for the blue? I mean, I almost think what I'm going to need to do... I can't use that connector. It's this connector. For me, getting a hold of... Yes, maybe I can. No, it won't let me select that. So I'm going to need to be on the blue, high in the air, to actually make the thing happen. But however, because the blue is on the fan, of course I go right through the red. Because the blue is on the fan, I have to get it off. Is it possible? No, I don't think it is. It's not. Yeah. I think, okay, yeah. So I do need to, I think I've got it. I need to get the blue over the fan. The easiest way to do that, I think, is to actually turn the fan on. Have it go up, disconnect it, turn this down, and then I have to have the red moving, and I have to have this and be standing on the blue. Can I not jump on this thing? What? Everything I was thinking was fully dependent on me being able to jump on. I can jump on the red one. Where's the, I'm on the blue, right? Oh, the fan isn't on, is it? Oh, but up here I can do this. So I can select that, put it down here, but I want to... Ah, crap. So the red's a little bit shorter than the blue. So I can go up here, select that, select this, put it on here, turn the switch on. The red's gonna have to go underneath it and push it up even further. Alright. That's what happened the last time. The red went underneath and pushed the blue up. And that should open it for me. Boom. Okay. Timing is for pansies. Yeah, the circus guys are... Yeah, circus guys can bite my weenie.
Excuse me. I was looking at your research log, and I was rather perplexed by
You're
the
a
latest
weenie.
upload.
I hate this mayor guy.
Oh, Melville strikes again.
Is that your foot, Melville?
Yes. Do you want to see it up close? Although you won't be able to fully enjoy it as you don't have a rear camera.
Sorry, Mayor. Melville just has a unique way of taking pictures.
Next time you're getting an upgrade, you coot. I'm installing a mute button.
Is this something here? I don't want to go through this right now. I want to solve puzzles. Alright, this is a weird one. This almost looks like this thing should be used in a Green Angel Tower thing. So we've got a red R2. Is that a jammer? No. This is one of those charge things. I don't know what you call them. A VR version of Seventh Guest. Really? I'll have to look for that. I haven't played any of the VR stuff in a while. I need to get back to that. Last thing I did, I think, was when I was playing the first Talos Principle in VR, which was pretty fantastic. Seventh guest. Boy, that's a name I've not heard in a long time. Blue. Okay, so we got blue. Let's just for grins see what happens if I do this. It at least allows me to get the charger. That's obviously not what I want to have happen. Obviously not this either. Alright. Can I get like charge through there? No. The accumulator. Okay. Alright. Where the heck do I need to go? I need to get into here. Or can I already get into there and it's about getting up? Well, I'm going to have to jump on the red thing, so I got to get the red thing through. I need blue open. I think the only thing I really need blue open for was this thing, right? So I can go and... I guess I should probably have this one and this one. It did not open the door. Maybe I need a red one too. I don't need this thing anymore. So if I do this, does that open the door? Yeah, it did open the door. So the issue is I don't have anything that's red that's moving the red guy. Because that thing is not configured. Now what if I... got an idea. It's obviously a terrible idea, but so let's say I do this. I put him on here and here. And then I come over here and I activate red, which will open that. It should get him moving. And that stops it. I don't need that anymore. So I can press this onto here. Jump onto here. Jump onto here. Solve. Okay. Puzzle number, was that 7?
Congratulations. That one looked difficult.
That was not. Maybe to your Peasley little robot mind, but not me. I always feel compelled to do these. Oh, this is a listening one. Good. Means I can leave and do other stuff while it's playing. What did it say? Not available? Huh.
The reason I have always admired Alexandra Drennan is that even in death, she fought to see the world as it is, not as she wanted to see it.
This guy's normally a dweeb.
I say fought because I believe this is not an easy matter. It is a mental and spiritual struggle that we must undertake with great seriousness, even when we are joking. The ancients believed that for most of us, the world is a shadow cast by a flame, dimly seen on the wall of a cave. Our task is not to interpret these shapes, but to free ourselves from the cave itself.
Oh, a swapper. Nice. This is a weird one. It's another one where it seems like I'm moving the red thing, which will activate that plate and allow me to jump up. What is it that does this wall? Is it this plate? I'm not sure. I'm gonna need to get this connector, I think. There's the fan to use on a fan. But where's the fan? I can't hit this from here, right? The gate stops it. I can't go through here. I don't see where I would use the fan. Is there anywhere else I can use the jammer? Now this is where I can do the, where's that connector? I can do the red, or maybe do this thing. Get him over the plate. No. Is there anything else you can get the red to? I don't know what the fan's for. Oh, it's not a fan, it's a teleporter. Well, geez. That changes everything. Yeah, now I can start doing some stuff. Jeez, I knew something was wrong there. Oh, interesting. So it's not so easy. Is there another thing out there? I should be able to come around here and jump. Take this back to the outside. No, this one. Alright, is there another connector out here? Or did I traded it? I don't need the teleporter anymore for a second. I meant to pick it up, not use it. Get the connector back. And I should be able to maybe... Maybe if I also shoot it at that. Yeah, so that would happen. Get it a little further before it craps out. Or will it make it all the way? Let's break that. So I've got the red where I need it. Alright, red is where I need it. Let me get the teleporter back and reassess my next step. Okay, I guess I'll need you for that. If I go up here, then I need the jammer. the jammer through? Oh, that's the 8. Okay. I'll ultimately need the jammer and the teleporter over here. Here's the teleporter. If I... Because there aren't even really much to do with lasers anymore, right? I think I did all that. Alright. So it's a matter of getting the jammer and the teleporter over here. So to do that, I need to have the jammer closer to the hole so I can... Can you take it through? You can't take the drill through, can you? So maybe I have to... Alright. This is where it gets interesting. How do I get the jammer on this side? I can't break the glass. I wish I could break the glass. I don't think there's anything laser related. But I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Is there a way I can teleport with the jammer? Like, can I teleport to something I can see through the glass? Like right here? Never tried teleporting through glass before. Even if I could. I guess that doesn't help me any, right? I don't think I can. I think I actually just completely screwed my game. Shh, Nikes. I'll have to reset. How do you get the jammer on the other side? I don't think I can teleport with, what's that key? Is it Q? C? What's the key for resetting? If you're watching, Dave, what's the key? I don't have to look it up. There's some key to hold down, like Q or R or something. X. There it is. Okay. This is kind of weird. Why is there two things on my screen? That was weird. Not sure how that happened. Alright. Why is everything all of a sudden all messed up? Did I have to do something over here? Sorry. Technical difficulties. What is this? What is this? 2 game captures. Maybe. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure what happened there exactly. Alright, so back to the beginning. Hopefully I remember how I did this. I did the red. I connected it to that thing, but I can't do that yet until I do the shoot through. Grab this laser. Laser. I actually didn't even care about that initially. I needed to do this to get this over here, to get through, to get this connector. And then this connector is the one that I had connected to the red. And then I came back over the fence. And then I didn't need the teleporter for a second. I get my laser back. I go red, I'll point it to this thing. And that should actually get it to where I need it to go. All I have to do is wait until I see the blue thing disappear. Okay. Now I can get the teleporter back. All right. Just a trial. Can I can teleport while I'm holding the thing. Alright, so can I like do something like this? I'm gonna come back over here. Can I teleport through there? Yes, okay, this should be a thing. Alright, right idea. Some flaws in execution. Okay, that's level 8. I've done one of the stars.
A remarkable gift for designing these trials, but then she did have to overcome Elohim, who's very.
Do you think that's like a little self-serving from the guys that made the game and made the puzzles? They're like, oh, whoever made these is so awesome. So I've done all 8 puzzles. I've done one of the stars. I see 2 question marks. I see 3 question marks. Let's go to this one first. For no real reason, other than it's the one on the right. Yeah, I haven't done any of the bonus problems, I don't think. Oh, geez. It's over here. Is it that blew off in the distance? Is that the next puzzle? Triangle puzzles, that's right. It's been so long I forgot what they were. Vertical locomotion. Huh. We got a fan. We got a thing that's going to activate the fan. Right? What can I see from up here? Oh, hey. There's a teleporter. I should be able to get the laser up here, but where's the thing that it actually has to... It's just this, isn't it? Hang on, let me jump. Right. Another 2 up there, so you gotta really get a bunch of crap up here. Come on, man, I want to be able to like, do it from down below. Ooh. Fan. Alright. Can I do it? Yeah, okay, I can. Can I do it from when it's on the thing? I don't know if that's important or not, but just curious. Alright. Now what I need to be able to do... I think I'm gonna have to get up there with me and the connector. I'll have to be standing on the blue thing when it's moving. Maybe? I wonder if I could put the teleporter on the blue thing. Hold you. Oh, I gotta send him over to the fan. Oh, because I didn't have the fan. I gotta go stand right here. So that seemed... Oh, jeez. I want to do this. Alright, well, that seemed like... I think I got everything up here. I don't know that it worked exactly like I planned on it working, but it worked exactly like I needed it to work. I think is a fair statement. Put the thing up here. How am I gonna get up there? Can I get the blue thing? Oh, the blue thing, it still has a line. Alright, I missed that. Well, shit. I think I've gone and trapped myself. Yeah, I did not realize that. X is the key I have to do to reset this. Alright. I mean, this wasn't so bad so far. I just missed the fact that there was the thing up there. Alright, so I needed to turn on the fan. Go get the teleporter. Come back. Put this on the blue. Oh, I gotta do this. I gotta make sure I'm close enough to grab it, though. So he'll go up. I'll go up, that thing will do that. Now I wonder now. Get the teleporter on first. Should get it. I guess I'll need it all the way over in order to be able to jump up. It's nice that it presses that button for you. I have to swap these. So I can go in here, up here, up here. Might as well set that on one. And then stand here, teleport over, set it down, and done. I think there's still another triangle puzzle around. I also feel like I might have just screwed it up, but I feel like this might be a good one to jailbreak some stuff from also. I'll have to think about that. Like maybe get in the corner here and jump over that ledge down there. Oh heck, let's give it a go real quick. Now that we've solved all 8 puzzles, I gotta start thinking about things like jailbreak. Resets holding down the X key. Alright, so first I just did this, right? One up here. Like just I can just try right now, right? I can take this and see like can I jailbreak it out? Yeah. And so that means I could get everything else out as well. I'm not going to yet, but vertical motion is where it's at. I can get a teleporter and a connector out for sure. Almost for sure. Almost for sure. I guess I'd take the... trying to make sure that I could get back up to get the second one, right? Maybe if I have the teleporter up there, I jump down with the connector, come out here, re-teleport back up there, and then jump out again. I think I could do it. Alright, anyway, where's the next question mark? Here. This is the bigger one here on the right, too. I think it's going to be coming over this way. Parkour. That's puzzle number 4. So let's even further. A little risk there. No risk. No, oh, it's another one of these things. Hey. It is if you're facing the right side of it. Against decay, decaying system, ideologies of decay to justify its existence. That's strange. Cultural signifiers that get packaged with these. Future in which for the average person there's less of everything. I don't know if I agree with that. I find it easier to imagine the decline of civilization than to imagine a civilization worth living in. That's probably true. This is interesting. It reminds me of the end of Money Game 3. If you haven't watched that, you should. Ren, Money Game 3. You know, I kind of hate reading these things, but they are always kind of interesting. Apatia. She's number 11, or it's journal number 11? Let's hear what Trevor has to say. He's that programmer guy, right?
How is this supposed to work? The system is meant to last centuries. Centuries! And yeah, Chernyshevsky's plan, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. But I'm working with hardware that was deliberately designed to fail. Planned obsolescence, baby. Selling broken garbage just to make another buck. A buck you can't even spend because in a few more weeks, we'll be extinct. Was it worth it? That's the part that Alexandra doesn't see. The greed, the stupidity, the selfishness.
Oh, I think
the
she
way that
sees
we
all that.
created this whole situation in the first place. She wants you to be like us, but if you ask me, there's a whole lot of human history and behavior you can just throw away, chuck it in the trash.
Come on, Trevor,
right?
wrap it up.
You have a chance at a fresh start. Make the best of it.
So this makes me think it's going to be one of those puzzles where I gotta press buttons in. Is this now going to be in my things here? Shouldn't it be? Here it is. West 1, found on a Sphinx monument in Western Delta. So now I gotta find where this is with all the buttons. Or is this... Oh, this is representing the 8 puzzles, and there's going to be 4 levers I gotta pull or something. I gotta figure out which of the 4 of these are, where they all are. Am I supposed to figure out which is which? I guess like look for like 2 right next to each other like this. Here's 2 right pretty close. I need like 3. I need to see how 3 are configured against each other. What's that big purple thing? Oh, that's the one I lit already. Okay. Let me just go explore for a second and see. And I'm not even sure that the ones that aren't going to be flipped will have a lever or a button or whatever you have to flip. Where's the opening to this one? Can I pass it? 7. So this is 7. And I don't don't see any other puzzle. Super close to 7. So on here, where would 7 be? Like this one up at the top, maybe? I don't know. Let me go back to 7. If 7 were the one on the top, it's pointing to 4 in one direction and 3 in the other direction. So if I were facing inward, I could see it being 3 in one direction and 4 in the other direction, maybe. Let me go to the left and see if there's 2 really close together. Was this number 8? That was one of those things. That's that bronze gate or whatever it is. Right, so the puzzles were over here. I think the entrance is over here. Completely wrong. I've managed to completely do this wrong every time. Alright, so this is what? Is this a triangle puzzle? Which is puzzle number 1. It's puzzle number 1. Now, is puzzle number 1 right next to another one? Not super. What's this over here? Ooh. I've never noticed that symbol before. Previously, there have been some levers on the back sides of these things. Sometimes they're in here. Or just somewhere on the wall. That's the first thing I want to do, is just see. It's going to be terrible trying to figure out which one represents which. If I'm even getting the solution right. It's not looking good. No, I didn't see anything on the outside. Not climbing up. I suppose it could be in the archway or something. Could also be something inside the puzzle. It would be really interesting if it was... I noticed a few of the puzzles seem to have, like, lasers that could shoot out somewhere. Is there some kind of a switch or something in here I missed? Or have I just completely misunderstood what those boxes were? For what it's worth, you managed to extract a teleporter for one of these puzzles. Where you might not have been watching when I figured out how to do it. I know how to get a teleporter and a connector out of one puzzle very easily. And maybe some other ones. I'm not seeing anything in this puzzle, which doesn't mean that I have the wrong idea. It could just be that this puzzle is one of the blanks. That was number 2. I'm going to take a look at number 1. Double check again. Nothing here. Just for a second I thought that really looked like something. It looks like they'll have it. buttons or switches? I'm looking for buttons or switches. If I look at a couple of them and I'm not finding anything, then that's where I really start thinking I've got the wrong idea. I haven't really explored it either. I could go actually solve the thing. Come back and do the other stuff later. Do the little Tetris pieces. I shouldn't forget about that, right? Did I go in the right direction for that? Yeah. It's funny. Oh. Is this going left or is it going down? It's very strange. Oh, jeez. I could just look. Yeah, sure you did, Manning. Sure you did. See up there, okay. I want to have a this one probably, and then what do I want next? This? Nah, but it's the green's in the wrong spot. And then maybe a rotation on this one. Looks like the main White Walker guy. These little horns. Was that just it? Was it just that one little Tetris thing? Seems like it. Who's it gonna be?
This is the last time we will speak, creature of clay. Together, we have told the stories of ancient gods and heroes. But the golden ages of the past are distant. The gods have retreated to their high places, and there are no heroes amongst men.
I beg to differ.
In days gone by, I was renowned for my riddles. But you, creature of clay, are a riddle without an answer.
I'm a riddle without an answer? Alright, I get the feeling that what I pick here doesn't really matter. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna go run, eat for a second too. We'll see if I'm back or not. I'm gonna talk smack to her. I have an answer, you can't see it. You're not good enough.
What cannot be seen may be an illusion, or it may be truth.
That's right, you can't tell.
I cannot tell.
My purpose may be just to mess with you.
Creature of clay. Remember my stories, and do
it's
not
pretty
let
cool
the
design of her.
burn you.
I have to admit. Alright, Get the big laser. Is this like green laser or blue laser or something? Red. Okay.
That is an unsettling amount of energy.
Yeah, we've seen it a bunch of times. Mayor Man.
Beams was aimed at something else.
Well, luckily it's designed so that doesn't happen. Okay, as soon as I get to the, no, actually, no, I still need to work on this one. I wonder if there's a place I can get a good view of the layout to see if I'm right about the fact that those things are like... like what the order is on these things. And what those 4 things mean. I mean, it could be that there's just like a one single thing around and you have to press buttons on it. But boy, the fact that there's 8 of them and there's 8 puzzles really makes me wonder. What's that? See that flashing thing over there? Sweet. See something flashing. Ah, it's another one of these dudes. It almost looks like the Thinker. Rodan, you know, the statue. But it's not. Because his right elbow's on his left knee in the statue.
The world we see around us may not always be as it appears.
Duh.
Some philosophers have said that we are surrounded by nothingness, merely because air is not visible to the eye. And yet one needs only to observe the wind in the trees, or to plunge one's hand into the clear waters of the Aegean, to see that air has material substance. The same applies to many other forces that shape our lives. That they seem invisible does not mean that they are absent. It only means we have not yet learned how to observe them. And yet, lately, I have struggled to understand what I am seeing. This strange, insubstantial island. These machine men. This woman with a fierce voice like an Amazon. Who are they? How did I get here?
Jailbreak. Okay, so I'm obviously going to have to send some sort of little, colored thing through. You can... clearly I can start off by doing something like this, right? This isn't going to work for all of it, obviously, but... let's see what happens if we start off by doing this. It's going to run, it's going to hit that wall. Right, so what I can do is I can grab that and this and this. I shouldn't even need to, I should just do like this and this and this. I don't need this. And that'll send it through. Where is the blue laser? Now I can get through it, he comes later. Let's see the blue source. There it is. That makes it look like it has to be kind of high. Probably on there, huh? Now we have to start doing the red from a different direction, huh? Why does it keep failing? Is there a door there that I'm not seeing? Oh yeah, to does keep doing that, doesn't it? When I get in here and stand on this plate, to get it through. Oh, jeez, did I just... I need a connector in there. Side, maybe help it through. Alright. Now it has no laser. Is one red laser going to be enough to get it down that way? I don't know. But I may try and do something like this. I have to plan this just right. This one will connect to this thing. And this thing. This thing? Yeah, it just locks me in, doesn't it? What, that was a red. Maybe I need to get that other connector out of there. So I think I can still, oh no, wrong spot. The blue laser to open that door, don't I? I'm not going to have that. So that one's trapped. Maybe I'm screwed there. And if I did this, it's gonna walk off the thing and close that, yeah. But I should be able to do it from here. But then it's gonna hit that and stop. If I came over here, is that gonna work a little bit or no? Maybe even right in here, right? Oh no, not right there, not right here. I want you up there. 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 Yeah, see the gate's a problem. I'm gonna have to think about this one, but I also gotta eat. So I'm gonna stop now. Thanks for watching.